What is up, everyone? It's the Drummer Nerd, and welcome to another ARK Survival Evolved Let's Play episode. Today, I'm actually waiting for RC to come by with his Quetzal because we're finally going to do some breeding. We've been waiting for so long to do this. It's just been so difficult to find the time to get together and make sure that we could get this done right. So he's going to come by with Shadow, his Quetzal, which was 120 when he found and tamed it, and we're going to take Detective Flaps here, which was also 120 when we found it. No, I'm sorry. You know what? It wasn't 120. It was 108. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's all right, though. A 120 and a 108 is still going to make a pretty awesome baby. So he's going to swing by here pretty soon, and we're going to get this taken care of. All right, so we got both the Quetzals here, finally. It's been a while. We've been trying to do this for a while.
Yeah, schedules just don't meet up sometimes.
Hey, you know, it is what it is. We have had a little bit of chance to play with breeding, so I can say what we'll want to do is just spam unfollow all, and they'll just kind of hang out right here, even though they'll technically be wandering.
Right.
So if you want to go up to yours and set wandering and then just start spamming the crap out of unfollow. It gets really irritating. But it works. And you just stand here and whistle like an idiot, and they don't move.
At least it's going pretty quick. We don't have to do this for like an hour.
Yeah. Well, we did turn the settings up a little bit for this.
Well, you
but
kinda
even
have to, man. I mean,
oh yeah, the 1-to-1 is nuts. I don't know how anybody does it. Even still, it still takes a little bit of time. When we first did the Rexes a couple days ago, it didn't take that long either, and we still had the 1-to-1. The mating process wasn't too bad. It was the egg and the baby.
Yeah.
That part sucked.
Oh, it'd be really nice if we got triplets or something out of this.
Yo, how awesome would that be? So I want to show you one of the things that we had learned about the room where you incubate the eggs. Though when we did it, it got a little broken because we had to restart the server in between when we were incubating the egg. But if you place down tripwire alarms next to the egg,
man, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So I think it'll work. I think the problem that we had was with the restart. I think the alarm. The wire broke or whatever happened. There was no wire in between them. I noticed it later.
Right.
So I don't know what that was all about, but we're almost there.
You can do it. Make your babies.
Come on, here we go.
Aha,
Egg time.
Keep doing it so mine doesn't fly off and I can.
Yeah, I just disabled wandering. I'm unfollowing still. Tell me when you're good.
All right, we're good.
All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Look at that thing. Beautiful.
It's glowing. I didn't know they glowed.
Yeah, they glow a little bit.
The Kairuku eggs don't glow when they're fertilized.
Well, you know.
Those are the only fertilized eggs I've seen. I've eaten so many of them because I just don't want to deal with having to watch them. They're tasty.
Oh, I bet. There's just something a little bit different about those ones. Well, cool, man. Let's go drop this thing off in my incubation room. I don't think I have any of the tripwire alarms on me right now. Dude, I really got to wire up the whole place to one generator, but you know, lazy.
Whatever. Well, you have a tripwire alarm here.
Yeah, you need two.
But you need two? Yeah, let me get out of your way.
Okay, let's, I'll put it here-ish so that I can make another one and drop it down. Bam!
Damn, that thing is huge.
Giant egg. So yeah, as long as the temperature stays, well, as long as these refrigerators are running, why do we keep saying that? Air conditioners. As long as the air conditioners are running, then This room will stay at the correct insulation or temperature or whatever stat is required for breeding.
Right.
And the egg health will stay fairly high. That's pretty much the important part. You got to make sure that egg health stays high.
Just curious, do we know if multiple air conditioners are actually stacking, or is that just so you can put the egg anywhere?
It's mostly so you can put the egg anywhere. The air conditioners don't work as well as they probably should, I believe. So normally where you'd want to just have
for a while.
Yeah. So normally where you just want to have one for you know, probably a 3x3 room, doesn't always work out that well.
Actually,
now,
I think they are stacking because I have 501 hypothermal, which generally I have very dismal hypothermal because I'm wearing fur all the time.
Oh, I have 703
now. 1010 hyperthermal.
Yeah, so it's working.
Nice.
It's definitely working.
So I was thinking about putting, like, you know how my house is up on stilts?
Yeah.
But it's just one height. I was thinking about just lining the under the floor with air conditioners.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I am in the hostile area.
You'll have to let me know how that works. That probably sounds like they'd be somewhat hidden too, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see them because I would put walls down on the outside so you can't see under the house, and then you wouldn't be able to see them at all.
Oh, that's smart. I like that. Let me know how that works.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get around to doing that after I'm done with my water pen, which is coming along pretty nicely.
Good stuff, man.
Well, I'm gonna crazy like finagling with the pillars though because of all the coral down below. You can't break it.
And you couldn't. Well, you couldn't place the pillars through it.
Yeah, but I got it to work.
Well, good. I'm gonna have to go and stop by and take a look at it.
Cool.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let this egg incubate a bit, and we'll come back and we'll see what the progress is like, especially when this thing hatches. I'm excited, man.
Cool, man. Kind of wish I could be there, but things are happening.
Well, next time.
Yeah. Because we, like I said, hopefully, man, we'll get, twins or triplets out of this. Otherwise, we're gonna have to do this all over again some other time.
I'm sure we're just gonna do it all over again some other time anyway. Because, why not?
And just something that might actually be interesting to, I guess, anybody. I am at the point now where I'm going to start filling up my pens because the Oviraptor is coming and Kibble Farm is going to be a thing. So I'm just going to fill all of that area that I've got with dinos and just farm eggs nonstop. It's going to be poop and egg farming all the time.
That sounds good, man. Let's do it.
Cool. All right, man. I'm going to get out of here.
Sounds good. I'll see you around, man. Thanks for coming.
Sure. Take it easy.
Alrighty. While we're waiting for this egg, I've decided to expand out the area of our egg farm barn, I guess. Again, these sections are supposed to be for larger dinos, so we might be able to make some smaller sections here, but as RC had mentioned, with the Oviraptor, we're going to have a lot of benefits to starting to stack up on our animals and start trying to get our egg farm going. We've already seen how beneficial these guys can be, of course, with making kibble for the Rexes. But, we want to expand on that. We want to be able to get kibble for the Spinos and kibble for some of the other big dinos, the ones that are harder to tame, Brontos, those sort of things as well. So we should be able to expand this out a little bit, and I definitely want to start getting some walls up and actually make this look like something cool rather than just a big open building with, thatch still hanging out at the bottom of it. It takes a little bit of time, though. We'll see. Looks like our egg is still going. I wonder how far along we are with this. Clears. What's going on there, big guy? Oh, wow, that's close. Oh, wow, that's close. All right, let's see if the alarm... Right as I said it. Wow, those things are loud. 184. Oh, wait. Crap. Give me your meat. Baby. Okay. Wait. I didn't screw that up. Not yet, at least. Oh, wow, look at that health. Look at that weight. But the health, that is insane. So it looks like it may have taken the health stat over some of the others, but it may have also taken the weight stat. I think that's fairly typical for a base high-level Quetzal. We'll see. Of course, now we're on to the part where we sit around and force feed this poor thing meat to make sure that it doesn't die. There gets to be a certain point where you can stick enough meat on the dino. You can see the weight starting to move up a little bit. The more weight that we have, obviously, the more meat we can put on. That's why we can't put on so much early. So there gets to be a certain point where you don't have to pay as much attention to them. I usually like to have kind of 2 full lines here. Unfortunately, it was just the one, but still, getting 184 Quetzal, that is pretty awesome. So we'll spend, I'll spend a bunch of time running back and forth, making sure that this guy is good to go. We'll be back. Okay, how's our baby Commissioner Flaps doing here? I think he's pretty close to moving on to juvenile, which will be nice. We won't have to babysit him much anymore. I did kind of take him back up over by the base and didn't realize he was on wandering, and he kind of fell off that little cliff there. Good thing they don't take any damage if they're not being ridden. Huh? Okay, so I was expanding this, you may have noticed. Check this out. I'm kind of liking this design a little bit. And I think we may see if we can color this in at some point, but I really am digging the little change in the design there. So we'll play around with it, and hopefully that's the one that ends up sticking. I did expand these sides out all the way down, and then I was thinking about it a little bit more, especially with these up close, or even with just the bigger dinos in general. I had been putting these kind of ceilings up at the top here so that you could take a big dino. You've probably seen it in some of my earlier videos here, where you could take a big dino and you can kind of angle them on top, and they'll still kind of hang over the edge, and the egg can roll down here. But we've got all kinds of space, and this is a pretty open building already, and it's not terribly difficult to get materials, so I figured, you know, why not go 3 ramps high, or 3 walls high would be essentially what we're trying to do. And so I just dumped a couple of these guys here so I can make some space. But what if we were to bring this up higher and then bring the ramps basically all the way up top? And one of my thoughts here too is I kind of want to leave this space wide open, because we have already kind of built the outside of the building here. It's already pretty wide, and there's really no reason to save real estate. But I also kind of wanted to tighten things up a little bit so you didn't have to run around as much. I think I'm going to build one side one way and the other side the other way, and we'll see how that works out, even if it really does work out or not. So let's go one back here. I don't want it to be facing that way. The problem with still having the thatch underneath is that the walls will also... Oh, of course I had it right the first time. The walls will still try to attach to the thatch underneath. Uh-huh. Oh, of course. Why did you do that? Come on, game. Play with me here. Come on. Thank you. One more. Yeah, we did it. Alright, so now we'll come from the very top here. Well, that kind of... I only had to use 2 ramps because the full ramp kind of goes through the ground over here. And then these guys can go up. I don't think I have any big dinos here like trikes or anything like that to test this out with. But I'm thinking that this is probably going to work kind of all the way down here. And if I'm thinking about this correctly... Nope. Nope. Okay. I was kind of hoping that I could just snap off on that instead of having to build this wall all the way down. It's really not a big deal. Let's check on the baby. Plenty of food on you. Oh, we're right there. So I believe that the baby is 10% of the maturation timer, and you can kind of tell what the timer is based on what their maximum weight here is. versus how much weight they can hold in their inventory right now. So once this hits 127.92, it should go to juvenile. So there we go. Look at that. Math. That's awesome. And I can't tell if he's a little bit bigger or not. Couldn't really tell if the juvenile to the, or from the baby to the juvenile ended up being any larger, or if it was roughly the same size. But now we should be able to just bring this guy up to the troughs, and just he'll feed from the troughs. We just got to make sure that those are nice and full. So I think we'll just do that, because it'll take him a while to get up there. I'll get a couple more walls made, because now I don't have enough to finish building this side, I don't think. And of course, it's just going to keep doing this. I had a little bit of this issue on this side, and I don't know, we were talking about this. I don't know if it's like a north-south type thing, but if you stand on this side... Nope, it just placed wrong. Oh, placement in ARK. It's such a wonderful game, but placement is so poor. So terrible. Alright, well, I'll play around with this some more, and when I have a better idea of what this will be, we'll come back. Okay, so, made a little bit of a decision here. I did not end up going with the one wall back method. I just ended up extending the wall height to what we already had, up one, because you'll see it kind of just goes right up to this initial wall here, which is what I wanted to make sure we were doing. I wanted to make sure that this didn't come out too far and impede our entrance or just make anything awkward, I guess. And although I wish we had a trike or a stego or something larger to actually show off whether or not this is going to work, I think you can see there's plenty of space here with these scorpions, so I'm sure we're going to be fine. We're going to figure that out pretty soon, I guess. So we won't end up finishing out the wall or finishing out how deep this will be until we're ready to make sure that the height and everything looks good, and then we can fit as much of what I want to fit in here as we can. I feel like I should be yelling at this angle. Thanks again for watching, everyone! In all seriousness, thanks again for watching, everyone. I really appreciate that you guys take your time to watch my fun videos. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Leave a like if you did. If you didn't, leave a like anyway, just because you like me. Right? Right? I hope so. Drop me a comment if you have any suggestions on how this particular building is going on, or what you think of some of the stuff we've been doing. I love hearing from everybody. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Only takes a second, and you get all kinds of awesome stuff in your feed from the things I've been doing. We'll continue to work on this cool barn thing, and hopefully next time we'll actually have some more dinos in here to show you. Thanks again, everyone. Bye-bye.